Hello, everyone. We are talking about building your brands. There are a lot of people here who are about to start on their e-commerce journey, and that usually is an important time when you need to consider what do you want to represent as an e-commerce brand or an e-commerce business, right? And that is what the crux of my presentation today is, that building a brand or anything that you're building is a journey, right? You don't sort of get from 0 to 100 on day one. It's all a step by step, baby step process. So on that note, what we have to first figure out and understand is that there's a funnel, right? So usually this is a marketing funnel, where we talk about customers getting, coming to know about your brand, getting to know about your brand. So that's the awareness stage. And then when they actually see value in your brand, that is when they reach the consideration stage, then the conversion stage, when they actually make the first purchase. That's officially when they have converted with your brand. And if they repeat customers, then they become loyal to you. And once they become ambassadors, or they go out talking about your brand, or they mention you on social media and they thank you all the time, that is when they become brand ambassadors, right? So we're going to apply this marketing funnel, which is essentially a way of thinking about a customer journey itself. We're going to apply this to uh, how you think about a brand, right? And I really think that this whole story gels together very well. So this is a thought I want to start with. The idea is that we already discussed that building a brand is a journey, right? So if your brand takes this journey with your customers, you will have built something that the world will enjoy, right? E-commerce is difficult, right? Again, going back to Ali's presentation, it is, and some of us are already behind, right? Our competition is already out there. It's going to be a difficult chase. It's going to be difficult. And if we need to survive this, and if we need not only to survive, but to thrive, the idea is that you have to build something, first of all, that you enjoy, and then your customers enjoy, and the world appreciates, right? And that's how we need to approach anything that we are building from scratch today. If you're starting today, you have to have a vision of uh, bringing joy to the world. So we're going to quickly dive into the each of these stages one by one, and I'm going to try and keep it short and just leave you with very specific thoughts. There is the first step of any awareness when you're thinking of your own brand. How do you become aware of your own brand? Is that you need to have a core story, that is your brand story. To get to a brand story is one of the most difficult things you will ever do. So we have an amazing handout for you in the handout section on the left of your screens, which is a worksheet for how to tell your brand story, or how to think about it, how to evangelize it. So my request is go ahead and get it. It will be a great exercise for you. And from while you download it, the idea is that from being able to tell your own brand story or have it firmly fixed inside your head, what where you will go from there is figure out who you are talking to, right? So from an internal process of knowing, okay, this is what I am, this is what my brand stands for, you figure out who you want to talk to, who your target group is, right? And then figure out where this target group resides, so that you can, where to speak. How do you approach these guys? So let me bring it out with an example. Let's say you're a B2B brand, right? You're selling to other businesses and not to consumers directly. Now, other businesses are not operating as a business on a platform like Facebook, right? But they are operating as a business, as an entity on a platform such as LinkedIn, right? So that is what I mean when I say that you have to speak at the right forum. That as a B2B e-commerce player, you should be targeting a platform such as LinkedIn and not Facebook, for example, or a very different ratio of focuses. And as a B2C player, let's say you're in the beauty formulations market, then you would want to you have to be on platforms such as Instagram and Facebook as well, right? Whereas LinkedIn might not work as well for you. uh, and be mindful of relevance. So we have just figured out that you have to have a brand story, figure it out for yourself, figure out as the next step, identify your target groups. Who are you talking to? Where are you talking to them? And then talk to them in a relevant voice, right? You can't say the same thing to, even if you're saying it to the same person at every single touch point. If you're emailing them, you can't just email them with okay, buy this product, and on Facebook you're like, okay, buy this product. I mean, if you keep doing that, it just crosses the boundary between being relevant and being annoying, right? So as an e-commerce brand, it is important for us to stay away from that boundary and be well within it, in fact. So the next stage of a marketing funnel or a brand funnel will be the consideration stage, where you are taking this relevant message for the relevant platform. And so, specifically what I want to talk about is a product that Zoho already has. And this brings back the entire tight integration that Andrew talked about at the beginning of this entire discussion, that Zoho really has a suite of products which solves the entire e-commerce journey for any owner, any business owner. So the product is called PageSense. What it actually does is gives you complete information of where your customers are coming from and how are they behaving on your website. And how are they, whether they, what point did they reach at with a certain product. And so you're able to classify and, work with that. So let's say somebody clicks through to your website via a Facebook or via something like a keyword or ad platform such as Google or, any of those marketing platforms. You need to provide them with a different information set. And that is important, right? And PageSense will help you solve that. So point number one is relevant messaging on different platforms. Moving on to building a customer persona. So one thing is extremely important is that you imagine a person that you're talking to. Whenever you're talking about messaging, or what am I saying, you are best as a salesman or somebody who's trying to sell a product when you are talking to one single person. So it's a market of one. That's what personalized marketing is, and that's what building a persona is. You imagine your core customer or that one person you want to sell to, right? And eventually you will get your messaging absolutely pinpoint perfect. And that's the idea, right? A market of one is what every business should today try to reach. The flip side of this, on point number 3, is also allow your customers to reach you, right? So you have to give them a plethora of means to approach you. So email is one, right? So have your email address out there. Have chat. Live chat on your website is one of those extremely important areas which a lot of people ignore. A lot of new business owners specifically ignore this. And Zoho has a product called Sales IQ, which solves this very particular pinpoint problem for you, right? And let the customers know what you're good for and what you're not good for, right? So, for example, I represent Zoho Commerce. While I can forgive you for thinking otherwise, because I'm talking more about other Zoho products. But I know that as a product, as Zoho Commerce, I work best with people who are just about starting with their e-commerce journey, right? So that is how how clear you should be when you're talking to your customers. You give them a sense of how you're positioned, what your real USPs in the market are, right? And at the end of it, you have to give them proof. You have to give them customer success stories. You have to give them testimonials. You have to actually literally push your customers to buy. And at a certain point, because there is that big boundary between actually considering and the next stage, which is converting, right? So when we're just about crossing that boundary, the first thing you have to do is incentivize the first time purchase, right? So sitting on that fence, a customer can absolutely go ahead, go back to a place like Amazon or go anywhere else where he's used to buying. He's made that first purchase and not buy from you at all, right? So always incentivize the first purchase, and that will allow you to deliver a proper value to the customer and let him experience your brand. And that is extremely important while you're taking your customer through this journey, right? So you have now incentivized his first purchase. What you should also continue to do is personalize messaging, and how you do that is via emails. Again, there's a product that Zoho has, which is Zoho Campaigns. Works beautifully with e-commerce. It's actually one of the most important aspects of e-commerce, and you can work with this product and absolutely sync uh, different actions. So let's say a customer buys a product and you see an opportunity to cross sell or upsell something. This email, there can be campaigns which can be automatically triggered on a purchase, even 7, 10, 15 days later, reminding them they might need. So let's say your product needs a refill, which you believe is needed 3 months later. Zoho Campaigns can deliver that, right? All of these are extremely important points when it comes to ensuring that the customer sticks with you for the long run, right? Why have you taken the customer from not being your customer to being aware of your product, to actually considering a purchase, now to having first bought it? The idea is that you have to now keep him, and you have to keep him because acquiring a customer is expensive, whereas reselling is one of the most profitable things on e-commerce. So 80% of your revenue will always come from those 20% of your customers who are loyal to your brand. And this is where all your efforts, if you are to become successful in the long run, this is where all your efforts have to be, right? And loyalty is not something that you can purchase, right? So yes, if you have a big budget for advertisements, your awareness funnel can be huge. Everybody can be aware of you, and as a percentage of it, a lot of people will convert. But if your brand does not have that story that we built at absolutely the first stage, where we had a powerful story and a powerful message, your customers are never going to be loyal to you, and then you're going to fail. It's going to take you a long time to fail, so it's going to be a painful death, but it is going to be a death nevertheless. So you have to absolutely build that brand story when you start, right? And at the stage of loyalty, all you then have to do is segment your customer and know them, right? You can't send an email to them, for example, if they have purchased a lot of women's clothing. There is no point talking to them about a new line you're launching for men, right? And sort of specifically just bombarding them with that particular kind of emails. So segment your customers to the point where you think you know them perfectly, right? And then engage with them. Use tools such as Zoho Survey, so that you can ask them very specific questions, and you can create a process around asking that questions, and they can then and then you can that will help you segment them even better. If customers feel that their voice is being heard, they will come back to you. And if you actually are intending to do something about the feedback that you get, the customers will actually it's almost like a shortcut to loyalty, building loyalty for your brand, right? And the idea is to continue. We are talking about a journey here, so it is imperative that we remember that iteration and continuous improvement has to become an obsessive game for you, right? Only then is there even a chance of long-term success in the e-commerce play. Right. The final absolute step, not a lot of brands actually get here, but it is the holy grail, the absolute, Kohinoor, I would say, the diamond which is the fabled diamond which is on the crown of the Queen of England. I'm sorry about that reference. That is where we try to reach, right? And every business tries to get there at some point. And when your customers have to feel involved in your entire process, you have to build the whole, loyalty programs is one thing. I'm talking about a royalty program here. Your customers have to feel royal. They have to feel that they are the most important people in your life, right? And that is how, and that is a journey that a customer has to take to feel part of your tribe. And only once you form a tribe, you get. I mean, this is, as I said, the holy grail, right? You get. I mean, you cherish these people, and these guys do free marketing for you. They advocate for you on platforms and so on and so forth. So this is the idea. And if you do all these steps, if you go through all these steps, where you arrive is you have taken a journey with your customers now, right? And you will create something at the end of it which your customers now deeply appreciate. And not just your customers, it becomes a story which everybody around you, and everybody who knows that you exist are aware of you but have never purchased from you. Even they will appreciate your dedication towards this entire process, right? And that is what it takes to build a brand, especially in e-commerce. And let me again point you towards the handouts that we have. We have a worksheet around telling your brand story, which should be extremely enjoyable for everyone. There is also a parallel story. I've taken this marketing funnel approach to branding. There's also a parallel story on actually building this out as a buyer's journey, which you will also find in the handouts. And there are a couple other things. We have a brochure for you, and we have specific discussion around Zoho survey and how that helps create better e-commerce experiences. So take your time. We will also send it out on an email for you. So yeah, that was Zoho Commerce, and you can find us on these platforms. We are also building out a YouTube channel, so you will have that link very soon as well. And thank you so much. I will pass on the control to Andrew now. If you have any questions at all, please do post them here. You can write to us at marketing@zohocommerce.com, and I'll be very, very happy to help you out specifically with your journey. And let's talk. Thank you so much.